all of you cute beans out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Total War Warhammer 3. And we're using the TF talkies because they're fun, so transform me to your heart's content, everyone. For now, we are going to go ahead and start a new campaign because I kind of ran out of steam with the other playthrough. It happens.
And I gotta go to bed, Master.
We must preserve this world.
You couldn't mention that before I started the recording, so it's just like randomly on YouTube. Oh yeah, bye everybody. That's kind of rude. Legit.
I didn't want to interrupt your intro.
I just said when I was going to get started. And you had plenty of time before that to say that you were going to head out.
Oh, Ren, always joining the trauma dump and then immediately leaving when the recording starts.
Oath One's enemies shall be drowned.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Anyway, I gotta go.
Marten.
I was only joking, Tim. Please don't be quiet.
Okay.
What's up?
Oh, everybody's just leaving.
Cool.
You gonna go too?
What makes you say that?
Oh, I'm just asking.
Do you want me to go?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh, I'll be staying then. Just waiting for my mood to recover, that's all.
With sickness and war, I shall dominate all.
We're gonna go with the Lizard Man.
You can make decisions so quick with Warhammer. Took me 2 hours to figure out to play one faction like the other day.
I understand the problem.
Yeah, no, I took an antidepressant, so I should hopefully be up and back here soon. And honestly, I might just be taking tomorrow off. We'll see.
Well, now the question is which one to go with, because, you know, there's 7 of them here.
Any DLCs? Or not DLCs, workshop stuff?
No.
Oh.
Is there one that's green and blue?
Arrives. It fills you with determination.
What was that, Raijin?
Paul just resubscribed for 33 months.
And Lightpaw, thank you for that resub and your 33 months of support.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, most workshop stuff is broken right now. Go ahead, Raijin.
I said, is there one that's green and blue?
One that's really good?
Green and blue.
Green and blue.
Ah. I guess this guy's got a bit of green on... Well, several of them have green on their outfit, but they're all blue.
Okay, I vote for number 4.
Alright. Oh, wait, that would be tic-tac-toe. I kind of ignore Lord Mazdamundi because he is just big toad and I don't want to play him anyways. So I kind of
Well, he's also
pretend
a
he
really
doesn't
powerful
exist.
caster.
I kind of ignore he exists.
Alright.
Tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row.
Toad does not have tail, so fair. Fair enough.
Yeah, but think of the things you can do with a ton like that. Like, if you were playing a Greninja in the Scar system and made your time reach weapon,
Score that high charisma. Who knows what you could do?
yes, I love I love my etiquette specialty, long tongue.
I mean, why not? And annihilate them.
The acquisition of lands is the surest.
Yes, I know all the tutorial stuff. Thank you.
No? Alright, trade. Must be for you.
Well,
why
they
it popped up on
shared
my side.
because we're streaming together, so
Oh.
they're shared type trains.
I was like, I haven't gotten anything. Why is that popping up?
I'm guessing because of Lightpaw's subscription 5 minutes ago.
That was a while ago, though.
Yeah, they've been
Well,
kind
someone
of
do
doing
it.
that.
everybody, there's a hype train. Have fun with that. A little bit of biddies, put a bit of gift subs. I think gift subs are off, like, there's a percentage off with them right now or something, isn't there? Or some Christmas emotes. I know there's some kind of an event going on right now.
I have no idea.
I'll tell you what, if we manage to get at least one gift sub, either Zims or I's, I'll read something out for you guys, just for funsies.
Oh, they've split up the, they've changed how technology works for the lizard men.
Yes, they did. Also, my claw machine broke. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Ido. Well, Dr. Essler, enjoy your tier 1 gift sub. And I guess that means that I've got something to read now, then. Let me go look for something to read. And fix the broken machine.
Hello, Commander. In response to your request, we have sent
Ido,
backup.
thank you for
Good
that
luck,
gift
Commander.
sub.
We are forever in your debt.
Oh, we're almost to level 2, everybody. Consider doing a little bit, and not only would you be supporting Zim, who is an absolutely wonderful streamer, or myself, get something nice from it. I think there's a brand new set of emotes. Let's see, what do we want to read? Hello there, Seda.
Hello.
Help get the hype train to level 2 or the Seta will be sad. And you don't want the Seta to be sad.
Let's see, what could we read out here that would be good?
Sobbing werewolf noises because they gave the non-werewolf safe chocolate.
Why is it that everything I have is spicy?
Some might say it reflects on your personality.
Yeah, what does it say about me?
You're probably a great dancer.
Hello, Commander.
Good answer.
In response to your request, we have
Orga, thank
Good
you
luck,
for
Commander.
that gift sub.
We are forever in your debt.
Ooh,
Train! Level 2!
Choo choo. The train dragon is happy.
Let's see, is this one good?
And yes, hype train level 2. Thank you. Try refreshing the page, Orca?
Okay. Yeah, just try refreshing the page. Alright, and I found something I can read out. I just have to, omit a sentence. All right. Who would like to listen to a Umbreon TF?
Ooh, Umbreon.
Yeah. This was a short story I wrote out for one of my pictures.
Ooh.
All right. Let me know whenever you're good, Zim, and I can go and I can start reading it out.
Go ahead.
All right. It started with a tap. The kind of tap that you have to consider whether or not it actually happened. The small bump as you pass by a passing stranger. The accidental feeling of brushing against a stationary object that you thought you had more room to slip past. I rubbed my shoulder where the impact had struck, displeasure evident on my bearded features. This one was easy to discern. It was no mistake. The perpetrator of the thrown ball was a few feet away, grinning like a fool as they bounced another Pokeball in their hand. What was that for? Before I could finish my sentence, a powerful tingle shot through my body. I could feel every part of me, from the depths of my bones to the tips of my hair, quivering as if I had just been struck by a lightning bolt. I could feel my body growing warm as blood rushed throughout my form, red glow suffusing on my cheeks. Yeah, it's going beyond. That had been no human sound that I had just uttered. A spike of fear shot up my spine. Out of the corner of my hearing, I could hear my assailant mocking my situation, but his words were a blur of mashing syllables as the world around me swayed. Closing my eyes tightly and clutching my face, I could feel my body shake in thrumming pulses as sound was swallowed into a black hole of concentrated white noise. My ears felt wrong. They were moving of their own accord, swaying as if in desperation to pick up anything that seemed familiar, only to be met with fuzzy signals. I wanted to reach up, to feel them, to disprove what I knew was happening, but I couldn't. I could hear the sound of my beating heart and rushing blood flowing in and out of my very veins. Tingles echoed even within my closed eyelids, leaving my eyes itchy with the sensations of creeping change. I could feel my growing claws scraping against my face as I tried to gain some weak semblance of control of myself. Inside, I pleaded with myself to do something, anything, before I was left completely defenseless in a void of confusion. Then, with a pop, the world suddenly came swelling back into my hearing. The fuzz covering it swept away by a tide of cacophonous sound. My claws clutched at my animal ears, tears stinging my eyes as I felt my shrinking fingers touching growing fur. This couldn't be happening. Please. And I'll make you my pet Umbreon, only fit to serve me until I decide you are no longer useful. My eyes shot open as I heard my species' name. My name spoken out loud. I wanted to respond to it. I had to respond to it. But something stopped me. Umbreon. Oh, what's the matter, Umbreon? Has it changed just a bit too much for your shrinking mind? He was right. My thoughts were growing fuzzy. What was my name again? Who? What? Why was this happening? Anger exploded in my chest as my yellow and red eyes settled on the one causing me so much pain. An embryonic gurr resounded from my thickening throat as my footpaws clutched at the dirt beneath me. When had I lost my shoes? It didn't matter. I could feel the cheap material restricting my body, tearing itself at the seams as it failed to adapt to my transforming form. Beastly cracks thundered throughout my skeleton as my shoulders and hips reconfigured themselves, preparing me for a life on all fours. Fear floated through the air. It smelled like a sickening sweet stench, and it was emanating from my so-called master, whose eyes had gone wide, his previously dominant facade melting away as he realized things were not going to plan. Uh, that ball must have been defective. Now, just hold still, Umbreon, and let me capture you properly. There was a whoosh as a sphere was thrown through the air. My ears and eyes focused on it. I did not know what it was, but I did not want that touching me. With a stumbling sidestep, I fell onto the ground as the horrible ball flew over me. The impact sent shockwaves through my body, causing me to cry out in pain as something thrashed within my still intact pants behind me. Pain, confusion, anger. Those were all I felt as I tried to get up, to stand in some facsimile of what I knew was right. I couldn't. I could only struggle into an animal position as my destroyed pants fell completely away from my feral exertions. Another ball. I crouched underneath it just barely, feeling it instead impact the soil uselessly nearby. Somewhere in the distant fog of my mind, I knew this was not how I was supposed to be. But the much I tried to concentrate on that fact, the further away it drifted. My mind was rewiring, and this shape was growing more natural by the moment. A third ball was thrown, and I weaved around it with ease as my tail swayed behind me angrily. And fangs snarled decorated my now muzzled features. No, I would not be captured. Not by the likes of this failure of a master. Crouching low, my deadly blue wings growing bright, I prepared to return the favor as the horrible man turned, began to run, his hands now empty of those terrible, painful spheres. My turn. Umbreon. And there you go.
Nice.
I like. 10 out of 10 would let you throw moonballs at me again.
Glad you all enjoyed. I always like writing out those little snippets for the artworks and I get.
Am I at war with this guy already? Yes. Yes, I am.
Well, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll spend the rest of the night just trying to post a picture or something. That might be fun.
This campaign may end very quickly.
No, just duck and weave. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Your forces rule.
Throws a wrench at Zoom.
How dare.
No, you're supposed to throw a Pokeball.
Oh. But he didn't manage to dodge it. Sorry, Zoom. It's over.
Except I'm not a Pokemon.
Not yet.
Well, yeah, but that's... Yeah, fair enough. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get some writing in.
Squish this thing.
Oh, wait.
Lemnisata.
Wait.
Oh my.
Catch the Sata.
Wait.
What are we waiting for?
What kind of IVs does the Sata start with?
Oh, hey, Lightning Dragon. Good to see you.
Alright, let's get you repaired, you upgraded. And on to the next turn, where we're probably going to get wiped out.
Looks love.
That's certainly not a yay. Yeah.
But what if yay? What if that's exactly what you want them to do?
Uh-oh. Can you still hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Just for some reason there, my microphone and keyboard on my main computer just, like, reset themselves. And I was very concerned. Oh, they put it under siege, of course. And I will lose if I attack. All right. Let's get some recruitment going. Because we need to get him some backup. Really bad.
You know, Raygon, have you ever heard of the voice of dog?
The voice of who?
The voice of dog.
Maybe. Why?
Well, just since you kind of frequently do voice acting and reading out like that. The Voice of Dog is a podcast-ish, and what they do is they read out short stories or excerpts from longer stories. Some spicy, some not. And it's not just one person that does it. There's a couple of people that will like guest star or help out. I don't really know the full process regarding it, but
Well, if you want to toss me a link, I'll take a look at it.
yeah, like maybe it would be a networking opportunity for you or something like that.
Yeah, very well might be. Who knows? Maybe that could be my break-in into voice acting. That'd be kind of nice.
I don't really know if they're that big, but no, I've listened to a lot of their stuff. And, no, it's very good quality. So.
Like, yeah, I'll definitely take a look at it. Just need to decide which of these pictures to upload. There's so many.
Upload them all.
It's a lot.
Upload the one you have a story for.
That is none of them. I've got to figure out which one to upload so I can write a short story for it. Or at the very least something like, you know, an excerpt.
Show me the one that you're thinking.
All right.
Give me like your
let me
top
share
5.
my screen. Top 5? Oh goodness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We can do a screen share tool.
Yeah. We'll do that. It's probably going to be easier. Oh yeah, it's on my other computer. Give me a second. I got to swap over.
Take your time.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Perfect. Let me go ahead and share my screen.
Yeah, I think that this little campaign is gonna be already over here shortly.
Uh-oh. That's too bad. And here's the extra large image for you. I'll just slowly scroll down, see if anything looks good. None of the sequences need like actual stories, so I just need to find like a solo picture to post.
Hmm. Are all these unposted?
Yeah, all of these are unposted. This is my unposted section.
Gotcha.
A giant, Commander. Take it down from afar. Don't let it near your massed infantry.
And we reach the bottom. I'm going to go back up.
I can see the tough choices.
There's a lot of them. I have a pick random thing, which sometimes helps, but I kind of want to find something that'll pique my interest.
I mean, I did really like the Nine Tails you had there.
What, this one?
Yeah.
These two? All right, I can post that one. Thank you.
A very good folder.
Oh yeah, this is just all my unposted stuff. I have an uploaded folder as well for the stuff that I have uploaded. So let's see, all together combined, I have acquired. Let's see, there's 289 in that folder. And there is 185 in this folder. Calculator, 289 plus 185. 474 pieces of art.
Nice.
Yep, and that's over years and years and years.
Speaking of the art, how is your art, Sita?
I'm gonna do something in a little bit.
Alright, I better go get an energy drink. I'm gonna do this.
And you'll lock up the VR headset device.
I don't have a VR headset.
Oh, you... Okay. Uninstall VR chat then.
But don't worry, VR chat's close to the night.
Razen.
Right, Jin.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, this is not going good at all. My troops are being driven off the map already.
You've already been driven off the map?
Huh?
I said you've already been driven off the map?
My troops.
Oh.
For some reason, they started tic-tac-toe right next to one of the greenskin lords, and they've got a bigger army than what I start with. Like, dramatically bigger.
Maybe you're supposed to stealth or something.
There isn't stealth on the overworld.
No, I thought there was. Alright.
There is some ambush mechanics, but they are finicky at best.
Alright, energy drink. Drinking.
Jolteon TF starting.
Powering up.
Wait, if that's what it takes to become a Jolteon. Oh, I know how to become a Flareon. Be right back.
Oh no.
What? I was just getting spicy water.
Alright, what should a title for this picture be?
Yeah, I've lost this fight. Which I technically could rebuild from this and stuff, but I literally lost all my legendary lord and my entire starting army. There's not really recovering from that.
Sorry, man.
That's fine. I'll just go play another one of the lizardmen factions instead.
Time to replenish
sorry.
the
Why are you sorry?
My recommendation was bad.
That's fine.
Oh, also on the subject of Pokemon, I did I was lightly thinking about and doodling the Smeargle characters.
I did not understand that.
Face me if you dare.
I said, speaking of Pokemon, I was lightly thinking about and doodling a Smeargle character.
Oh,
Last moment.
Bring me to my men.
also, holy crap, they finally added another faction to Norska?
They just did a rework on them.
I'm intrigued.
Good night, Petrichor.
Yeah, good night, Petrichor.
have a good one.
I don't know if I want to play them tonight, but, well, Norska does have werewolves.
They do.
But with them actually having a rework, which is like the first time they've had any work done on them since, God, the first game? I will have to give them a look in the future. We're gonna play as Itza. Itza Pizza.
Pizza, pizza. How was your pizza yesterday? Not good. Oh, that's too bad.
For some reason, they put no toppings on it, and it was burnt.
Oh, shit. I would have gotten my money back on that one then.
Yeah, it's difficult with the treat stream, but I am attempting to get that taken care of.
Yeah, that's... Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no toppings is one thing, but burnt? Come on.
The acquisition of lands is the surest path to supremacy in war. Through territorial gains comes great wealth and the power.
Alright, let's take these settlements.
Much of this area lies under your control. Complete the acquisition of this province, and you will gain complete dominion over...
I have a lot of chaos here.
I like chaos.
I do not in this game. And series. They're the bad guys.
Yeah, they're not even like necessarily sympathetic bad guys either. They're just bad guys.
Yeah. You appear to have found the maximum flow speed of the unlimited flow speeds pipes. Uh-oh. What's that, Raijin?
But you can't spell chaos without gay.
What?
Chaos.
Oh. I thought it was because they had ass at the end of their word.
Okay, never mind. I'll just go sit in my corner instead.
The Chaos Corner.
Hello, viewers. I love you.
Gasp.
I know. It is a forbidden love, though. A Twitch streamer and their Twitch chat? No, it can't be. We're just too far apart. But still. No. I must not.
Don't tell the other viewers, but you're my favorite.
Is this why you keep on turning people into yourself?
Maybe.
So it's no longer forbidden?
That's a good theory. You should pet the tails and give for encouragement.
I mean, how could I say no to petting the tails?
See, this is why Seda can't be evil. He just goes into all of this stuff so willingly. But he would make a good henchman. A good minion.
Body
No.
Yeah, body part even, yes.
Definitely would not do the latter, and on the former, I wouldn't be more a henchman.
I thought you were all about the latter.
Yeah. Anyway, those tails, they ain't gonna pet themselves. You're gonna pet them tails. Just like the little channel point button and just click pet the tails. Don't bother reading it.
I say, look, I wouldn't be minion. I'd just be the little scientist you keep in the corner, and my job is to not ask questions. I'm just to do.
I mean, we already
Usually cackle
established
and
I'm
say
the evil
Eureka.
twin.
You're the evil twin.
It's okay, Seda. It's okay. You are our Igor.
What now?
Igor.
Igor, you know. What's your best Igor impression?
You all have lost me.
Your forces rule.
You don't know Igor?
Isn't that the same thing? Isn't that the same thing as a Smeagol impression?
No, amusingly enough. Igor is Dr. Frankenstein's assistant. He's got a very specific way of talking. Here, I'll do an example, and you probably will know it from the example.
Yes, my master. I'll go ahead and I will go get the bodies from the graves.
You know, something like that.
Understood.
Yee.
But
Never
how is
thought I'd see
Seda
the
going
day.
to get? How is Seda going to get the bodies from the grave when he doesn't have any thumbs?
Very true.
I mean, dogs are very good at digging.
Yeah, but tails aren't. What are you right now anyway, Seda?
As in, like, my talking?
Yeah.
Marten.
Nice. Very cute. You know, I am tempted to go put either a thing of buttered corn or Mexican street corn into my air fryer. Which one do you think it should be?
I've never heard of corn being cooked in an air fryer.
It is specifically to be cooked in an air fryer. I bought
In
a
that
brand
case-
that that's what it is.
I suppose buttered corn then.
Buttered corn. Yes, good choice. Very lovely. Very nice.
But yeah, so Seda, did you ever hear about my Smeagol character idea?
I believe you were mentioning it before, but I wouldn't be opposed to a refresh.
Yeah, so I throughout all the time I've listened to a bunch of tabletops and experienced a whole bunch of it, it's surprisingly common how many people will end up playing a mute character of some sort, and they have to try and communicate through another method, typically telepathy or something else. It's happened several times on Zun's channel. But I was thinking, I could play a Smeagol character who is mute and has to communicate by drawing on a notepad, but I'm actually like live on stream and I have to actively draw what it is I want to say.
I am of Cinch, and you are a puppet.
Which is either going to be very hilarious and fun or absolutely dreadful.
Me. Me.
Meh, meh.
Me.
Meh, meh, meh.
Me.
Meh, meh, meh.
Me.
Duke Duke.
Brother.
I don't know about that one, but sure.
Oh. All right. What do you think is one of the toughest challenges that a recently transformed individual will have? I have one in mind, but I'm curious to see what you all might say.
There is a lot to consider there.
Indeed.
We're going to have to narrow down the TF.
All right, Farrell.
I don't know, Seda. I thought you'd want to explain into this.
Yeah, it says
Repeat that?
work and family. Go ahead and repeat that, Raijin.
Oh, I was just saying that I think Seda would prefer an expansive.
Yeah, what do you think would be one of the biggest challenges for a person who's recently turned into a feral character?
If we're discounting mental stuff, because that's a whole bucket of worms, I would say Vertigo.
Vertigo's a good one. I like that one. You know, that new sense of balance and whatnot. The one I was kind of thinking of, and obviously this is dependent on the feral transformation, but taking off your shirt. Like your arms aren't quite configured properly. You got no thumbs. Let's just say that if you turn into a feral that's big enough to not just simply slip out of it, you're gonna have quite a bit of trouble there. Never mind the fact that some species have, you know, like manes and horns and stuff like that you got to contend with.
So,
I would.
Oh, go
You
ahead.
first, Raijin.
I set my phone down. Please go, Seda.
Okay. the two post TFEs are just like, no, you go first. No, you go first. God, this TF Anonymous, meeting is not going to go anywhere. But I would actually say there's three distinct periods of challenge.
Okay. What do you got?
The first one is, the immediate post-transformation adjustment. You're a feral character. You have an unfamiliar stature. Your brain, even if it's, starting to adjust on the fly, as, the human mind is very capable of doing, its default for the first few moments are still going to be one of trying to move as if you were still human. Maybe want to get back up, as you said, maybe try to take your shirt off. Maybe trying to, reach for your phone. Or, try to, look at whatever the heck you are. It's would definitely be a period of extreme high stress and confusion, and frustration. You wanting to do one thing and your body's not allowing you, or is doing it completely different. Then there's also the long term, I would say more psychological stress. It was mentioned in chat, from Ido, work and family. You have a human life with, your human friends and family, and human commitments, job, bill. You need to eat. And unless you are, an adept hunter, or fortunate enough to be in a predatory animal, there's that long-term challenge of, hey, am I able to communicate with the people that I care about, or do I just completely, flip of a switch, I'm going to go off into a new life, and they're just going to assume that you disappeared. And most people probably cannot handle that, so there's going to be hey, I want to try to talk to them. I want to maybe try to get them to understand, maybe figure out, hey, am I healthy? Can someone take care of me? Or can I find a good home? How can we communicate? But that's not the biggest challenge in my mind. The biggest challenge in my mind is that interim period. You've gotten over the initial transformation shock. You can generally function and move as a competent member of your new species.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably at a very inconvenient place. Maybe you're at work, or heck, in the car. Unless you are, best case scenario, you are alone in the house.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best case scenario. Everything else is an extreme challenge, because let's just say you are a fox and your partner is downstairs, or your parents, or other relative or friend. The normal reaction is to freak out when there's a wild animal in the house. They're going to be like, oh my god, shoo, or start tossing stuff, or worse, and maybe call animal control. And how do you get out of your immediate situation without making things worse? Because I think actually, kind of put it a bit poetically, the most difficult situation facing a fresh new TFE is TFing into your new life.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fair.
I do have some mild disagreements. There are some scenarios where that is a valid concern, yes. But for example, if I were to just one day walk into Zen's room and Zen's not there, and instead it's just some feral creature, I, as someone who believes in magic, would know exactly what happened. So I'm not gonna throw stuff at it. I think, in my opinion, a lot of the concerns that were raised there in terms of the interim and the longer term stuff, a lot of it gets solved by the method of which the TF trigger happens. So, for example, if you're TFing because you got a Pokeball thrown at you, well, that kind of solves most of those problems, let's be honest. And, there's the degree of which, how far into the identity loss did you go? If you went all the way feral, identity loss, everything, it's kind of not a concern, because you're just going to go right into those survival instincts and you'll figure something out. And you'll live your life precisely like an animal should. And if you're not all the way fully into that, if you have some of your intelligence left, then surely you would have enough intelligence to figure out some manner of communication After all, a lot of animals already kind of do communicate with them. So, like, if you have just slightly more intelligence, think of the things you could do with that intelligence as a feral animal. The reason why I default to the vertigo issue is it's not just a sense of balance. It's not just that you're going to be falling over trying to get up. Vertigo is a lot of things. And if your vertigo is bad enough, such as, for example, your entire cranium and sinuses forcibly restructuring and your ears changing very rapidly and suddenly, it could very easily straight up be potentially.
Oh no, and I don't disagree with that. Like, from my perspective, I was trying to paint like the broadest stroke possible, because I think, like, absolutely in the far case there where you are just completely 100% animal, the entire discussion is mute. Because it's no longer your concerns, it's the creature you've become concerns. Because there's not much of you left in the discussion. So I'm assuming we weren't going that far.
I think that the original question here was way too vague.
Yes, it was, and that was on purpose.
All right, we need to pull in the TF lawyers. We need to get this all sorted out.
Like, Your Honor, you're a fox now.
Marv?
We would like to present a motion to dismiss.
To pause the gavel.
Like, for example, Ido was mentioning some of his concerns with transitioning into the life as a feral, but like, Ido, if you're TFing, it's because we're turning you into our pet, so that's not your concern.
I almost feel like we just need to get like a TF randomizer and just be like, okay, hey, what's the worst case about this? And it's like, okay, what do we get? We got, an elephant in the office cubicle at just after lunchtime. Oh boy, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what? I think you guys figured out how to get me into TF. Turn it into a survival situation.
Why, yes.
Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Danny Cathrat raided my stream with 6 viewers.
Danica! Hello there! Thank you so much for that raid. Welcome in. How are you? How was your stream? Would you like a regular shout out or a random clip from your channel brought up? And welcome in everybody, I am Razim. We have, we do all sorts of things here. Right now we're doing some Total War Warhammer 3. We have a lot of things that we do though. Multiple tabletop games, Pathfinder, several Pokemon ones, a couple of Digimon, we've got a Star Wars tabletop RPG. We have multiple artists that come and join us throughout the week. And then, of course, we have a huge variety of games that we do here. So hit that follow button, come join us again. And for those already here, please go share the love with Danica. They are a wonderful being. Go get some food. He ran into some vampire manta rays at a creepy water temple? Oh. Why aren't you
know,
sure where you are?
Turning into a manta ray wouldn't be the worst thing. Like, I mean, most vampires are bats. Imagine vampire but manta ray. That'd be kind of cool. Water bat.
And, and just before the raid, I'm just like, huh. Do we just present, like, different TF scenarios to Raijin like there are, Agent 47, mission briefings?
You know what? I got it.
I support this.
Raijin, you have to go in and secure a valuable piece of intelligence from the enemy base. In order to do so, we are going to be transforming you into a mouse. How do you get past the traps? How do you get past the guards? And how do you secure the package for deliverance?
I need to be excused from work. I'm a mouse.
The fate of the world depends upon you, Raijin.
I mean, you can't just like vaguely say, how do I get past the traps? I'm a mouse. A mouse would get past most traps.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're like setting up mouse traps with little cheese on it.
And even then, if he's still got his, all of his intelligence and such, why would he fall for them?
No, fair enough.
Also, apparently my moderators are going to slack off. So let me roll that clip.
I'm sorry for slacking off. Apparently, I don't have thumbs anymore.
I've killed rogues plenty of times with just the Burris. A voodoo would be great, but like voodoo compared to Burris is luxury.
Ah, I see. Apparently Danica became mouse.
Oh, well, they are a rat.
That's true. They became rat. Just squeaky. Like a squeaky little rat.
Why does my hand keep going?
Also,
my hands are still mean. Go ahead.
Also, Seda being sassy ever since he got turned into a dog. Jeez.
Yeah, lack of thumbs didn't stop Barksley.
But back to the subject. I do think like pseudo post-apocalyptic and TF survival thrillers does kind of go hard as a genre.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of a bit of a fan for like a Night Stalker TF in Fallout.
Especially fun when all the TF triggers are still very much active.
Mm-hmm.
No worries, Danica. Have a good one. Thank you so much for sharing your community. And just when I started to turn into a rat, since nobody else is TFing me.
Look, you're keeping the balance.
Balance.
One rat leaves, but you still need a rat.
There can only be one New Yorker. To all of you younger audience, that was a Highlands joke. Or a Highlander joke.
All right, so back to Raygon's scenario. Are we talking
Hello.
like, am I like Master Splinter kind of mouse, or am I more like Stuart Little?
Ooh, that's a good point. I'm gonna say Master Splinter style rat.
So I got TF'd into a Skaven. So that makes it a little bit more difficult because if I were a Stuart Little kind of rodent, then I would just ratatouille my ass in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we have to assume that the intelligence, like we don't know what the intelligence is. It could be a briefcase. You ain't hauling that stuff out.
Well, see, but like the premise with ratatouille my ass in there is that I just find a very high ranking individual. I stalk them. I take them out permanently, and then I just make them wear a funny hat while I control them and puppet them using their hair.
But if they're taken out permanently, how are you going to do that? What is this? Like, gonna turn into like a oh, what's that movie called? The one with the dead guy that they puppet around. Like Weekend at
Bernie's.
Hardee's or something like that. Yeah, what?
Weekend at Bernie's.
Bernie's, that's it.
Okay. So fine. In the movie Ratatouille, do we accept it that the guy has to be alive for the rat to puppet him with his hair, or can he be dead and still be puppet?
I mean, I'm gonna go off of real life physics here. I don't know if pulling on hair is gonna control muscles. That's just me though.
Well, if this is a Hitman style scenario, that's like not even the most ridiculous thing in Hitman. Let's be honest.
I can tell you that for sure.
You'd have to like discover some critical piece of information about the individual, and just you can sit in their hat, but it's with the threat that if they dare to say anything or do anything against your wishes, you'll blackmail them. That's how you get them to do your bidding.
This sure is an interesting conversation we have wound up in.
I try.
And see, look, my brain was like slowly just trying to come up and think of like, hey, how do we present to Raj in a scenario of you've TF'd into a red panda while at work, escape, without raising suspicion.
To be fair, like Raijin, I believe, works at like a Walmart or something, which means he could just walk right out. Technically, they're not allowed to stop him. He could even come out with a TV.
So it's really funny that you say that because they lock us in at night, technically, because a few months ago, someone walked into a Walmart while it was closed in the middle of the night, and no associate said anything as this guy just like took a bunch of TVs and expensive electronics out. So now they lock most of the doors and set perimeter alarms while we're here.
Okay, I was about to say like most of the doors, because I'm pretty sure labor laws require at least one door to be unlocked.
Yes, and that's all the fire exits. Those are the ones that are unlocked that they would set off and unlock. While the perimeter alarm is set off, I do not know if there's a way for me to. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I know how to get to the roof. I don't think there's a perimeter alarm.
There was also that you had that mole or whatever that was in there that you guys had to call a manager over to unlock the doors to let it out. Maybe that was one of your associates.
So So that was before the whole perimeter alarm thing. What happened was the mall happened to go to the wrong set of doors, the ones that are locked even before we close, because that was the GM entrance, and we only keep the grocery entrance open after a certain time. So that's why that poor mole was just bashing its face into a locked door.
Oh. It was going bonk, bonk, bonk.
You know, the whole locked door story is just, completely ruining the mental image I have now of just, you TF'd into a red panda, just taking some shades, taking a skateboard, and then just, like, going out the front door in style.
Well, yeah, but he has to do, like, a cute little hop in order to unlock the doors first.
I mean, actually, then again, that's probably the strategy. Like, you TF into a critter in, like, a very public setting, like a Walmart or something like that. You just, like, make yourself look as meme worthy as possible, and people won't be freaking out. They'll just be grabbing their phones because it's like, oh my goodness, I gotta upload this to TikTok. Like,
And
oh my goodness.
the best part is you would completely escape all detection because everyone on the internet is going to be like, oh, that's AI.
You honestly ain't wrong anymore. Why is that red panda posing like a French person? Pose me like one of your French pandas. Like lifting legs cutely and stuff like that.
I don't know. Like, it really depends on the timing that I would get hit while I'm at Walmart. Because there are certain periods where I'm surrounded by a lot of people, actually. And there are certain periods where I don't see anyone for hours at a time. And if I get hit and TF into a red panda while no one's around, then it's easy. I would just sneak to the back, get onto the roof escape, which would be very easy to access as a red panda. Frankly, probably easier to access than as a human. And then just make my way around from there.
On the roof.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, once I'm outside, so red pandas are kind of notorious for escaping zoos. If they get any amount of height at all, they will climb wherever.
No, I don't doubt that. It's not the going up I'm concerned about.
Is it the going down because red pandas are actually evolved specifically with a thumb-like indentation for controlling themselves while they're descending while climbing?
Well, also their ankles are able to rotate and reverse direction.
Is that right? They can also turn into fluff balls and bounce. Raijin, do you think you're going to be able to control any of that?
I would just hold down and press B and activate spin ball mode.
In other news, Seda cute.
Seda very cute.
Rockruff.
All right, Seda, I've got one for you. You're at a convention and you turn into Dart. You're in danger.
I'm taking him home with me.
Yeah, but what kind of convention? Are we talking like a, anime convention? Or are we talking like a dentist's convention?
Seda, would you go to an anime convention or a dentist convention ever in your life?
I wouldn't say impossible, but, with high certainty, no.
Oh my god. He just transformed right in front of us. You know, that actually reminds me of this news report I remember reading once. I think it was like over in Mexico or something like that, where the police were chasing after this guy. And then they reported that he turned into a goat. And they're like, what do we do? It's a goat. I'm not even joking. This was a real news story. Me?
Meh.
Me?
Duke.
So you are a Rockruff. You're caught in a convention. What do?
Just to clarify, furry convention.
Just pretend to be an expensive plushie. Nobody buy you. Or will they?
I mean,
See,
that
that's
makes,
the
like,
thing. That's why he would be in D at a furry convention, and he's a Rockruff. People would take that. If he pretends to be a plushie, it doesn't matter what price tag you put on that, someone will buy it.
A lot of the
I'm sorry.
the Rockruff plushes get sold out every convention.
I'm sorry, Seda. I think it's over for you. One way or another, you're going home. Just not your home. Somebody's home, but not yours.
see, I'm just imagining the worst one would actually be at MFF. You're in the D list den and you have to make back to the Hyatt Regency. You have to go through the hallway of death.
Yeah, that would be the
Honestly?
worst because that would mean you're at MFF.
Honestly, I know how you do it. Grab a clipboard, grab a pen, and walk with confidence. Everybody will think that you're supposed to be there.
Well, tic-tac-toe just got
Dart ever?
wiped out.
Oh god. Did Dart ever figure out how to walk on two legs?
We never got that far.
So, so another one of the perks of being a red panda is that's also a great excuse because red pandas are able to walk on their hind legs quite easily.
It's so that they can make that cute little pose when they get scared.
All right, so I have decided if I'm Master Splinter style max. The funny option would be to spend the next several generations of raising a bunch of mutant turtles. But no, if this is a high-ranking secretive location that has important intelligence, let's be real. There's going to be furries there. Furries run the world. I would use my new form and catfish someone that is a high-ranking individual who's probably also a furry there, and seduce them.
Okay. I'm glad you said that because if you had said that you were going to be Master Splinter style rat person and you were still going to control somebody via being in their hat on their head, that would have been funny, but unrealistic.
No, it's fine. I'll just this is happening in Texas, so I can fit under the 10-gallon Texas mask.
That's true. Dome. I don't know what my arms are doing anymore. They're like all over the place. I'm just sitting. They're moving on their own accord.
All right, so taking out the seduction angle, because that's probably the solution regardless of the species. If I'm
Well, at the
assuming
very
that I
least, you'll
can,
get the IT person.
yeah, which would be a very strong person indeed. The problem I have with that is that's going to be like a go-to solution regardless of what animal you turn me into, which is less fun. You know, just say you seduce the IT person. Particular perks of being a mouse would be I could potentially chew my way through walls.
Okay.
So all I would need to do is get some sort of internal access. I think this would be pretty easy to do. All I would need is like just a decent disguise and enough charisma to just blatantly walk through someone. Um, so do you know that that video study that was done a while ago? It was kind of popular. A bunch of people are passing basketball, and you're supposed to count the number of times a specific group of people pass the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
then they
I'm
just
aware of that
show,
video.
yeah, then they just show a gorilla that just walks by, and it tricks most people. They don't notice the gorilla. I would just do that.
So you're going to get a gorilla.
Yeah, I would just get someone in a gorilla suit to walk through.
I can
And
see
then while they're
working.
paying attention, and while they're paying attention to that, I would just, slip in wherever I need to go to get some amount of internal access, and then just start chewing through walls.
All right. I could dig this one. It's a bit slow paced,
It's
but
not
it can
digging.
work.
Digging is distinctly different from what I'm doing.
I just, obviously, I just hope whatever materials this base is made of are chewable.
Well, if I'm being given the form of a mouse, presumably that form would be chosen for that particular distinct advantage.
No, that's fair.
Unless you're saying that for some reason the technology suggests that we can only be a mouse and no other species. But if that's the case, then I would just go back to seducing the IT person.
Just a tiny little mouse that's going, I seduce you.
But tiny? We established I'm the size of Master Splinter, so like that's decently sized.
Why is that guy over there chewing through a wall? Look, all we got to really hope is that while you're chewing through the wall, which is possible, it is a feasible thing, you don't accidentally go into the lava chamber for the lava waterfall.
Ah, so we're just going to keep changing the parameters of this every time. Got it.
Oh, so we're playing Minecraft now. I got it.
Like
in that case, I would just build a diamond pickaxe. Jeez.
Look, I feel at this point like
Yeah, I was thinking 007. Go ahead.
We just need to make a TF generator of here's a bunch of species, here's a bunch of locations, times of day, whether you're anthro or feral, and whether or not, no one sees you, maybe one or two people see you, or like, you're in the middle of a baseball game. Kind of like, everyone sees you. I feel we could roll a generator and then just be like, okay, yeah, no, here's how I would get at that situation.
Oh, okay, I got it. I'm a mouse.
All right, what do you get?
I seduce the IT person, and the reason why I'm a mouse is because rodents have very big, the things. Orbs
Yeah, they got really big pachinkos.
Okay.
let's be honest here. But let's be honest here. If TF, like, let's assume TF was a real thing, and that they have access to the technology. Do you know what they're just going to turn you into?
I mean, as a firm magic believer, TF is real.
Yep, fair enough. Fair enough. But I'm just talking like, government, what they're going to turn you into. It's not going to be a mouse. It's not going to be like an attack dog. It's not going to be anything of that nature. They're just going to turn you into a guy. Just a normal human being that just happens to work there.
Okay, you know what I want to do now? Only slightly related, but do any of you happen to remember Loose Change?
Who?
Remember what?
Loose Change.
Yeah.
No.
It was this conspiracy theory, quote unquote, documentary about how 9/11 was a hoax. It's where the whole jet fuel. The whole thing where jet fuel can't melt steel beams came from.
Yeah.
Now I want to make a conspiracy theory documentary making the claim that the government has TF technology that they're hiding from the public because they're trying to refine it.
And just like point to all those videos of like for example that like raccoon that broke into a liquor cabinet at a store, or how many deer that have crashed through storefront windows.
That's fair.
I
mean, I would believe it. One, it's harmless, and two, well, mostly harmless, I would imagine. And two, I want to believe. Sign me up for the TF program. I don't even need to be one of the ones TF'd. I just want to TF people.
I smell lizards.
You still have 4 settlements? So there's one.
Look, Zim, it's a little rude to talk about my lawsuits like that.
I guess it's yours too, and then whatever's down there. And Hardy Har.
P.
Tahinnowin, 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 tahinnowin. Tahinnowin, 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 tahinnowin. Tahanna, tahannawin, tahannawin. I got that settlement to take, as well as several down here. Okay. I have a lot of work to do.
I should probably think about getting some rest soon.
I was thinking of calling it here myself.
Yeah, fun conversation, though.
Interesting conversation, though.
They can be both kind of interesting.
I feel like Zim judges me whenever I get into conversations like this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
I think Zim is just a little upset he didn't think about seducing the IT person.
I mean, I wasn't really involved in all of that. So yeah, thank everybody for joining us today for Total War Warhammer 3. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, using our Humble Bundle partner link, grabbing merch over at zgfgaming.store, or tipping to the channel directly. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.